Hello and welcome in. It's Jason from New Oceans Digital, and today we're going to talk about how to set SMART goals for your small business. So today you're going to learn why you should set SMART goals, what metrics you should measure, how you can create your own SMART goals today, and then be sure to stick around to the end because you're going to learn 3 of the most common goal setting mistakes and how you can avoid them. So I'm excited for this one, and let's go ahead and dive right in. So first, let's talk about why you should even set business goals to begin with. Well, first off, setting goals is an essential part of any marketing strategy. It's the first step in turning the invisible into the visible. The process of setting goals puts you in the right state of mind for doing work that's aligned with your goals so you can see positive results. And I know I'm not the only one guilty of the shiny object syndrome and jumping from project to project that's not aligned with my overarching goals. So when you properly plan and execute your business goals, you're laying the foundation for increasing your profits. All right, so let's talk about what metrics you should measure. So as Peter Drucker famously said, what gets measured gets managed. We can see how this relates to the business world. So if you're selling apples, you have a goal to do better, you need to know how many apples you sold last week so you can increase sales this week. And if you're a business wanting higher website conversion rates, you need to track the number of visitors to your website and the number of goals achieved in a given time frame. So you need to measure it to manage it. And without measuring anything, you lose control of everything. Now, as you probably know, it's possible to measure almost anything on your website with tools like Google Analytics. And most metrics are just vanity metrics that don't truly help you move the needle in your business. So to help you cut through the noise, here are the 4 metrics that you should measure in your business. So first is traffic. Second is your email list opt-ins. Third is transactions. And fourth is revenue. By focusing on one of these 4 metrics, you're focusing on the big levers in your business that will help you move the business forward. Now, you might be wondering, how much growth should I aim for? Well, 8% growth is a great goal to start with because it's challenging but achievable. And you see this 8% growth in all kinds of studies and forecasting in the investment world. Well, it turns out that it's a good basis for steady, healthy business growth as well. And a steady growth of 8% compounds nicely over time, as you can see in the chart here. All right, so now let's talk about how to set SMART goals. To make sure your goals are clear and reachable, your goals should be first off specific. Your goal should be clear and specific, otherwise you won't be able to focus your efforts or feel truly motivated to achieve it. And second, it should be measurable. It's important to have a measurable goal so that you can track your progress and stay motivated. Assessing progress helps you stay focused, meet your deadlines, and feel the excitement of getting closer to achieving your goal. And next, it should also be achievable. So your goal also needs to be realistic and attainable to be successful. In other words, it should stretch your abilities but still remain possible. And then next, it should be relevant. So this step is about ensuring that your goal matters to you and that also aligns with other relevant goals. And lastly, it should be time-bound. So every goal needs a target date so that you have a deadline to focus on and something to work toward. Now that you understand how to set a SMART goal, take some time right now to identify 3 to 5 SMART goals that will help your business better deliver your products and services. So just to go through an exercise here, if we were to say that a goal of ours is to increase our mailing list, that is not a SMART goal. Instead, you would want to change that to say, increase our mailing list by 500 subscribers who have expressed interest in our new product by June 30th. Now that is a good SMART goal. All right, so now that you've taken some time, hopefully you just hit pause on the video, you've taken some time to jot down 3 to 5 SMART goals. Next, what we want to do is identify your magic metric. So every business has one magic metric that, if improved in the next 90 days, will add the most value to your business. It could be visitors to the website, transactions of your top product or service, lead to customer conversion rates, or any number of other metrics. So now identify your magic metric based on your goals and current situation. And continuing on, we're going to go ahead and talk about 3 of the most common goal-setting mistakes and how you can avoid them. So first is using vague language. Instead, you should be using specific wording. So in the example here, instead of saying Jason will boost email opt-ins, you would want to say Jason will boost email opt-ins by 8%. And to take that even further, you would want to make that time bound as well and say Jason will boost email opt-ins by 8% by the 4th quarter. And moving on to number 2 is choosing unachievable goals. Instead, aim for realistically achievable goals. Yes, you should always aim to improve, but reaching for completely unachievable goals may knock you off track and make it harder to track progress. So if your traffic increased by 5% last month, for example, try to increase it by 8 to 10% this month rather than a lofty 25%. That's probably going to be unachievable. And mistake number 3 is losing sight of the company. Instead, you want to pick relevant goals that relate to your business. So when your company is doing well, it can be easy to say that you want to pivot or grow in another direction. While companies can successfully do this, you don't want to lose sight of how the core of your business works. So in closing, remember that what gets measured gets managed. So be sure to choose SMART goals that align with your vision. And lastly, if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button to get more of my best tips and secrets to online marketing for small businesses. Then leave a comment below to let me know what you found most helpful in today's video. Was it the SMART goal framework or identifying the top 4 metrics to focus on? Either way, leave a comment below, and I can't wait to see you again in our next video.